A rural housing presentation and tour today in Greenfield held by the Franklin Regional Council of Governments. The presentation highlighted the unique housing needs and issues rural regions like Franklin County face, including a lack of affordable housing units. The statewide housing plan, A Home for Everyone, estimates the Commonwealth will need more than 200,000 more units over the next 10 years. Today, local officials looked at both successful and stalled housing projects throughout Franklin County.
We are doing a lot in terms of investing in housing, trying to shift policies, and frankly, capture hearts and minds. We want to have a pro-housing culture to support young adults and families who want to stay in Massachusetts, to support older adults so they can stay in the communities they love and age in place with dignity and respect. And for us, it's about how do we find that partnership.
Today's event aims to increase housing while reducing overcrowding and homelessness, achieving a healthy vacancy rate, and retaining a strong labor force.